Hi, I'm Dave Carter, Senior Artist, Animator, and Motion Capture Director for H1Z1. I've been working at Sony for approximately 4 years, and today we'll be talking about animation. We're pretty far along with animation right now. We've got an extensive amount of animation done, and we've recently done a motion capture shoot. So currently we're in the process of replacing all those animations with this new motion capture to improve the look overall. The actual animation system is very complex, and the vast majority of it's complete. We do still have some cleanup to do. We hope to have that done sometime in the future. How soon, we can't say. But everything's going to look pretty fantastic when it's done. We currently don't have climbing for zombies. We're considering it. It's something that does affect design heavily, and it affects how gameplay is balanced and how the experience is for the player. We're not sure what we're going to do with that in the future. We might enable that. We might allow zombies to climb on top of vehicles or through windows. Currently, based on, like I said, how we're balancing things, we have to keep that restricted, but it's definitely a possibility. Stunt style or free running animations are things that we talk about frequently. It can be difficult to implement and to make it work in a meaningful way. I think we're going to try it at some point. It's definitely not going to be for early access, but it could be exciting if we can execute on it correctly. Again, it's definitely a balance issue, and we don't want to break the game for players. We want to keep it balanced so everyone has the same exciting experience. Animations in a backpack, or actually rummaging around in a backpack, are something that we've been planning for some time. We actually have mocap those animations at this point. We do need to do a little bit of code work to make that function, but the animations themselves do convey exactly what I believe you're asking about in the question. The idea being that the player visibly breaks their current action and flips around, crouches down to the ground, and begins rummaging through the backpack. We'll probably use that whenever you tap into your inventory or you're crafting something. So yes, you'll be seeing that in early access, hopefully. No promises. As far as animations for climbing up ladders, in and out of trees, scaling objects, poles, ropes, we've actually grabbed a good volume of motion capture to cover all these different scenarios. We're not currently implementing them. We do plan to do it after early access. It's something that we think is going to be amazing. It's going to be a lot of fun to do. It's going to broaden gameplay dramatically, but we are time constrained. There's only so much we can do for early access. We want to make sure that's as polished as possible. For vehicles, getting in and out of vehicles is a very complex scenario. We've seen a lot of games in the past, and we hope to see it in our game too. It's going to take some time to bring those systems online, and again, those won't be available for early access, but with a little bit of luck and some very hard work, we expect to have that shortly after. We have really complex transition systems in the game. We've got very smooth blending from all the different states, from passive through active to aiming and iron sighting your weapon. We have complex scatter blending systems which allow us to make the player and or the zombies run around corners and actually lean into those corners, do kick stops. So if we do a violent trajectory change, we flip the direction the player is moving via the mouse, say 180 degrees, the player will actually be able to plant a foot, spin on that foot, turn around, run back the other direction. All this stuff is currently being polished, so you probably won't be able to see it until we have it in early access. And of course after that we'll continue to work to expand that and polish it. So, thanks everyone for being here. You can tell we take animation very seriously, and we'll be looking for your questions online, and we look forward to seeing you in H1Z1. Bye. The pebbles.